आज outer limits display है ना first line हाँ last bunch
No, yes.
no social के लिए देनी only 3 यार है ना हाँ part of which school university as academy. So you might have so many lessons might have been taken up. How many lessons? So for unit 1 we have 4 lessons. Topo is there in the unit. Point topo is there, but extract this location. And like 4 chapters. Like first 4 chapters. First 4 chapters where it's the topos first 4 chapters or map for location extending skill which is there or not. No, location and extent is not there. So we have interpretation, map of India, climate also there. Yes, okay. For you also.
For me, the first lesson was taught in 9th standard.
Which one topo?
Yes, first lesson and then climate, soil resources, and the second chapter. So, yes.
First lesson is topo. Topos 3-4 branches. So you mean one interpretation of topography we have to stand up. We all have seen maps. So the maps consist of the India map which you are taking. 2 types of maps. Which are the 2 types? The 2 types, so many types are there. Generally, we are using 2 types. Political and physical. So political map we get the picture of states. And physical maps we will get the landforms, all those. Okay. Now, if you want to get the developed form of a village or a city, we cannot get it from, or detailed form of that, we cannot get it from that map. So if you want to find out, say, city map if you are taking, the Cisco and all they are having. So if you want to know about the topography dynamic, you may get. Now, but earlier times, it was very difficult. So where this particular village is there, where this temple is there, like that. Now Google search here. But there was a time when these sort of features were very difficult to find. So for that purpose, the Survey of India has started preparing topographical maps. So in the topographical map, in your this thing, two places only you have to study. Do you know which are the states you have to study in the political matter? UP? UP is not there. 45/7 and 45/10. No? UP is not there. Rajasthan and Gujarat. It's 45D/7 is Gujarat, 45D/10 is Rajasthan. Okay, so this is how the maps are made. That is to identify that is your locations. So first let us see one YouTube video. From there we will start. Well, I'll ask the questions after listening. Can you take it? Or you are not having the idea?
I can try.
It's a pleasure. Without the leading letter,
It's recording, that's why we cannot give.
okay, as I got Shushina.
Minimize the video. Minimize it.
No. One minute. You got it? Eh?
Yes, yes.
Don't leave that one. You just take this one. Not this. Interpretation of topographical maps video. YouTube. Class 10 ICSE topography. Interpretation of topography. You just type it. Are you? Not waiting. Class 10 ICSE geography. This one you take for this. Great.
It is. It's due to the recording.
This is not. Or motor.
On.
Or
It's on. Yes. Need to share screen.
You're having mobile with you? Okay, this video you need that map, you just take topography map. It was the last of the nice here. KKN26. Now you just look here. See, this way a small cannot be shown in a bigger size you just. See, if you want to find out a place in one of this one is called as grid. What is it called? Grid. So inside the grid, if you want to find out a place, we need to locate or identify in you that grid figure. Okay, so in your studies earlier it was very much different. In your syllabus now, two types of this thing only you have to learn. 45D bar 7 and 45D bar 10. Okay, these two, how it is coming? So the places are divided into that blocks. That numbers are first. Understood? That is, each state is divided into blocks and that numbers are given in the first. And every grid is again divided into alphabets. ABCD. Okay, so your place is coming out, you have to study the with the alphabet D. And again the grid is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. Understood? So the whole country's map is divided into number wise, and the states which we have to learn is coming 45. Then again that one block is divided into alphabetically 16 digits, and that 16 digits D alphabet part only you have to study. And these places, that is, the first one is Gujarat, and the second one is Rajasthan. Clear? So first is that number, second is that alphabet, and again that block is divided into numbers. And that number 7 and 10. So when we observe in that topographical map, you can find very clearly these places. Okay, this is for the general idea. So first one, you have to study about Gujarat. The questions are coming from Gujarat or Rajasthan. Okay. This one is clear. The numbers, then alphabets, then again the number. And the maps will come only from this, either the part of Gujarat or the part of Rajasthan. This is clear? So, which alphabets? A to 16, that means 16 alphabets. Hmm? And the numbers also 1 to 16. That is what is 7 and 10. Clear? So that is the basis of that dividing that states and identifying the location. Clear? Now let us go further. Now if you want to locate a place within that block, you have to find out the two things. One is these things. You are using graph, no? You are learning graph. So in the graph, we can see this way, x-axis and y-axis. The same way, this place also, there are some lines which are running eastward. And there are some vertical lines. Understood? See, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That is what eastward. And this one is northward. That is vertical lines. So this eastward lines are called east. If it is starting from 1 to 10, I'm just giving that the number is not that exact number. It varies. Okay. So it seems that it is advancing. And northings. Northings are that vertical lines. That is also again advancing. So with the help of this eastings and northings, we can find out that grid location. So what are the things? Eastings and northings. What is eastings?
The lines which involve
Locations. Eastward. Okay. So always you remember this way. The lines which are vertical, it is called northings. So the same thing only. That is, we used to take that location north, south, east, west, the same way. So the top part going is north, this one, south, the same. So these lines are called eastings and these lines are called northings. Now whenever we have to find out the location of a place, we will start from the first one is which one? Northings. Northings. Let us see once again we will start. No, we'll start from east. Let's see. The first one. Grid reference I have told you. Now we can find out 4-figure reference also, grid reference also, 6-figure grid reference also. So 4-figure grid reference, if we want to find out, what you have to do is to find out that intersecting point only. So we will take the first 2 digits of which area?
Well,
Eastings. That is easting, and then second one is northeast. First 2 is easting. And then last 2 northeast. Okay. Now, what is that? So, find the 4-figure grid reference of a village Marod from the given figure. So you take your volume, you just say that Marod You see that my road where it is located 030. So the first one is easting. And so what we are doing, so if you want to find out that you want temple or that post office or whatever it is, so then you are having that the lines. My lines are not that proper. So it's not clear. I'll tell you first. So if the place is situated here, so first one, say this one, you just imagine this one is 0, 3. Then here it is. So which one you have to take? Niche se. 0, 3. So the first one, that it is actually in the middle. But when we take that is 6 figure, we can see that position, exact location, but the left point to be taken. Even if it is crossing that one, then also the left one, that is beginning one to be taken. So now the temple is anywhere in those that block, so we take 0, 3, 0, 8. But what if the line is passing from it in the middle? So that is why what you are, that is, we will use, see, a kind of box which is connecting. Sorry, this one, no, this one. This way box we will make. Understood? So in this box only this one is situated. The exact location 6 figure only we will get. Otherwise, the left number, that is starting point, will be there. Got it? So connecting this left side and this one, we make a grid by ourselves, and then we start from that easting and end with the north. Got this clear? Let us see one more. Find the 4-figure grid reference of sport hat. So here so many things are there. Textbook have you brought? Okay, Topo. Topo is brought. See. Look here. So here it is starting from 82, 83, 84, 85 like that. So in this chart, I have told you 1, 2, 3. So it can be any number. Okay. So if we want to find out this 185. Okay. Here is that. Can you tell which 4 figure? Here 82, 83, 84, 85. So the number which I have told is here. So here 84, no?
84, 93.
84 and
93.
93. Okay. Which one is mine? I don't know. This one is mine, no? So what does that is? If the location, the place is there, So from the left side, we have this. Now, there are, you just try to find out something that you are having the map. In this map, you just find out. I will give the question. Don't see the answer. I'll give the question. Find the four-figure grid reference of sport height. Sport height, which we are mentioning, this dot is that sport 240. Can you find out?
0, 4, 10.
See the left hand side. Left hand side. Have you seen the top right that 242 is marked? Yes. So what is that? 0, 4, 10, 10. Did you get it clear how to find? I'll give you some homeworks also. Then next, this find the six-figure grid reference. That is little bit complicated. Okay, so how to find out?
First, we need to define the eastings and northings as usual popular here. And then later you need to put spaces between the eastings and northings, and with the scale, where the location is, you need to count from 0 to like 2 centimeter grid. So we need to count the where the location is on the size scale. And then from where the numbers we get, for example, if we got 8, so we need to divide by 2 also. 8, 30, any number, and then we need to put between the eastings, and then like that we need to do it. So now nothing is the same here.
So it is 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter can be made 20 mm. So if that place is getting the number you are getting is 14 divided by 2. So then 7. Got it? So that is why 20 mm you take. That is 2 centimeter. That is the distance.
But why do we need to divide by 2?
Because every time that the difference is 2 centimeter. So you have to divide it by. Otherwise, if you are taking a scale and measuring the difference, so you have to take that is a 10 centimeter, 10. 10 and divided by 2 means you will not get exact. So if it is 20, that means 20 millimeter, that because it is 2 centimeter difference, then exact number you will get. So what we have to do is the first 2 digits we will write, and we will keep that space, and the last 2 digits we are writing, and there also 1 dash you are putting. Then the exact location has to be scaled, measured, and divided by 2. And what number is coming? So as here, if it is 40, then divided by 2, 7. If it is 8 divided by 2, you will get it. This depends upon the location. Did you get it? Now, on that basis, find the 6-figure grid reference of the following location. See, from this one, what is that? The height, spot height 591. Have you seen spot height? 591.
915874.
Say, we just say that 91 afterwards. That location 591 is located. Not even at half of that. Lesser than half. So if you measure with the scale, do you have scale? Okay.
In the middle, I took 9.
Awesome. So 3. Then what is the other number? No, not the middle. You see that
On the edge.
Yes, on the edge of
The middle.
no. Edge, this one, 0. So then correctly you do it. You have to do it in the exam also. So it cannot be approximate now. And next one is
Like 10 by 5. Up to down or down to top.
down to this thing upward only, that is lowest number. But if you see that from this one, in between this two. So in 20 among you just see more than understood. This one is not exactly this one, but when you are getting that this type of pattern, you will be able to. So this is approximate calculation. Okay? So, what you have to do is, see, make a square connecting that is. Understood? See, dotted square ranges. Then, after connecting, then this way. These things you have to measure and then log these also use.
Okay, so the dotted line they have given is basically the
Basic. That is the space you have to find.
in exam this will be not given, so we need to.
No, in exam you will get everything. It's bigger size that your sheet you.
Talking about the dotted line.
Dot you have to, with the pencil, you have. Make the dotted. Next one also you just try triangulated height. This symbol is triangulated. Triangulated height 217. You have to.
Down.
Sorry, bottom to top. Did you get that first two digits?
Yeah, I got it. It's
Ah.
8988.
89 and 88, correct.
Yeah, I got that.
Hmm.
So it's 8918887
Hmm.
14 and so divided by 2.
Yes. Now you got it. See, every time you have to start with that down to up. And here also you start with that left point to right point. So the distance is small. So how much you are getting? That is, if 2 points are coming, 2 divided. If 4 points are coming, 4 divided by 2. Understood? So 2 divided by 2, 1. Because that box, that grid is 20. You just keep in your mind 20. 20 mm. 2 centimeters. So we have to convert it into millimeters. So then whatever number you are getting divided by 2, that will be the third digit. Okay. But if you are taking it as 10, you will not get the number. Because we cannot divide it. Or otherwise, directly you have to know. Instead of dividing by 2, you just put that number 1, 7, 8, whatever is there. Did you get the point? See, this point to this point, can you, if you are taking, directly you will get the number. But your mind, there is a kind of idea that there is a 2 centimeters. So that in order to avoid that confusion, I am telling you 20 mm, you take this thing and then divide. Is it clear?
If the answer comes in like 4 points, example 4 point, so we either need to do 4 or
Next,
5. 5. Always like 0.5 more.
Yes. That is 0.5 के ऊपर next number. If it is lesser than 5, then previous. Okay. That is what always 0.5 means next number only. You are getting grace of half mark becoming 1. Same thing. Is this much is clear to you?
Yes.
Any doubt is there? I wanted to give that one on that video. Voice is not coming. Otherwise, within your time, the concept will be clear. So, after that, last one, I will tell him to come on with them. Now, this is what from the grid, how to identify that location, that is 4-figure and 6-figure grids. Now, on the earth, there are different types of landforms. Can you tell which are the type of landforms? Plains. Plains, plateaus, mountains. All these are the landforms. Now, how to identify that landforms?
By contours. Topo, in topo, we can identify by contours.
Yes, this is what the way to identify that. See, Have you heard about contours? Heard or not?
Yes.
What is contour? They are imaginary lines. There is no line on the earth. Can you see any line? We always tell latitude circle, longitude circle, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Can you see any line? These all are imaginary lines. The same way, contours are also imaginary lines which connect the places of same height. What is that? Imaginary lines which connect the places of same height. Okay. Now, with the help of this imaginary lines, we can identify what type of landform is. So, that way, the first type of imaginary line is what? It is contour. Contour means it is circular line. Understood? It is circular lines which are having the same height. Now, if the lines, see, I am drawing like this. Between this and this, there is a huge gap. If there is a gap between these two contours, what type of landform will be there? Steep slope. So steep slope shows that big gap. But if the lines are closer, the slope is gentle. So, in order to identify the type of landforms, we have to observe the contours, the gap between the contours. Okay, here, your text, if it is the, I don't think we can understand, some parts are omitted. Mechanical or quantitative method and a pictorial and qualitative method. So what are the methods? One is pictorial. What is pictorial? Picture. So pictorial or qualitative method. See, when you are seeing that map, it's colorful. With the help of that color and picture, the quality of that can be identified. That is one of the methods. So, in that layer thinning, coloring, all these are used. That are different types of colors. You see that there is green, there is brown shade. When you observe different types, see here dark brown and gray shades are the. So all these landforms are given with the different colors to improve the quality of that. See something if you want to show. So we use certain colors to appear into bright. If you don't want to display it, let it be, we will not give a brighter color for it. The same way on the map also we use different color shadings to make the quality better. Did you get? Next is the hill shading. This method is used to show slopes with the help of shading. The sunny slopes appear brighter in this method. Understood? The sunny slopes will be brighter in this. These all things are not so important. Only thing we have to understand the colors are used to improve the quality. That is simple. Next is that the mechanical or quantitative. See, earlier I have told you triangulated height, scored height. This all shows the quantity. Means from the sea level, how much high the place is. When we are talking about the Himalaya or Mount Everest, the height we are telling. And Mumbai is situated at the sea level. And what is that? Pune at a height of about 900 meters. So for telling that quantity, mechanical or quantitative method is used. Understood? Pictorial or qualitative method, mechanical or quantitative method. What are the method? A contour is an imaginary line. Underline this point, the definition. Imaginary line drawn on map joining the points having the same elevation above the mean sea level. Understood? Contours are also known as isohypes. What is the other name for contours? Isohypes. Iso means equal and hypes means heights. So that is the region having the same height. That places are to be connected. These two places are to be connected with a circle. So what is that? Isohype. That is the places of same height. Next, the method of showing relief through contours is perhaps the most accurate, common, and popular. See, in any place, if we are using contours, we will get a clear picture of that height of that. So that is the most accurate. Accurate means correct method of finding the relief features. Relief is whether it is a mountain, whether it is a plain, whether it is a plateau, means a tableland. So this is one of the most common and correct method. Next is that contour interval. What is contour interval? That is the gap between, the distance between two contours. Okay, what is the contour interval? Two. Difference of height between two consecutive contours. Vertical interval. So this one is contour interval. This one is contour interval. Okay. Now another is vertical interval. What is vertical interval? It is represented by VI. So full form you have to remember. It is the vertical distance between two contour lines. See, this is what the difference between two contour lines, but the height of that between one contour line and the other contour line. So we can exactly get the height. So if that place is 300 meter, that height can be exactly formed. That is height, how much high that place is. Vertically, how much distance from one contour to another. Did you understand the difference between contour interval and vertical heights? Vertical height means we can understand very clearly, that is how much high the bench is. That is the height. Understood? But this distance is different. One contour line and the other contour line. Okay, so that is contour interval. Then horizontal equivalent. Horizontal equivalent is the actual distance between two points on two contour lines. See, we have already studied it. These are imaginary lines. But when you want to tell about from KKN to Hansoli, how much distance is that is the actual distance. Understood? Actual distance and pictorial representation are different. Did you get it? When I am telling that I am going to Hansoli, how much distance is there? So you are able to tell that, okay, it may be 100 meter or 200 meter or that is 300 meter. So that is the actual distance. But when we are representing in a pictorial form, it is an imaginary distance. That is contour interval. Actual distance and contour distance are that is what a horizontal equivalent. See, we know that one is horizontal, this one is horizontal. So I am just making two lines that horizontally two lines. See, this line and this line is having a clear difference. If you are making a scale and measuring it, you can find it. So that is what the real, actual. But when you are making an imaginary drawing, that is not actual. Okay, so this one is contour interval, whereas the actual distance is horizontal equivalent. Got it? See, example. Figure represents an island with two hills linked by a lower road. Have you seen the right hand side top? So two islands are there. Top here. Okay. Now, what is that? The dotted lines in this diagram represent the levels on the hillside at which heights of 100 meters, 200 meter, 300 meter, the 400 meter. These are the spotted. Okay. Now, they therefore represent contour lines. So, imaginary lines with the dot. Okay. So, that is called what the contour lines. Now, if the island were to sink or the sea to rise 100 meter, the 100 meter contour level would become the new coastline and would represent the sea level. Now, we know that Indira Point. Have you heard about Indira Point? Indira Point was the lowest boundary of India. But in 2004, when tsunami came, this part got removed. Now it is no more. So now from the next point is considered as the boundary. The same is the case. Two islands are there. And the islands are marked with 100, 200, 300, 400 like that meters. Now, when the sea level rises and it submerges at 100 meters. So 100 meters is gone. So from the next point, it will start. So that is the sea level. That is what the difference. Understood? See, it got washed off. That is no more. So next point onwards we will start. It's not there. So the same thing. You see that the contour level would become the new coastline and represent sea level. In the diagram, a contour map of the area has been drawn. So next one is that. Okay, clear picture. So earlier it was shown as two islands and these two islands are connected. Now, when this one is made into a map form, how it is looking like? So 100, that is baseline. Now it is not there. Then next onwards, 200 onwards will be that contour is done. Now what happened? Spot heights. These are marked on the map by a dot and an associated number. Example. See, dot height, what is that? With the dot, 341. So this is what we call spot height. So you want to identify that particular place with the spot height of dot 341. So if this one is given, you have to identify that for grid figure or 6 grid figure. So what is this mean? Spot height. Got it? Benchmark. So benchmark, if it is to be mentioned, BM is given. Can it be considered? Spot height. See, say here, this place, where I have kept my finger, that place you have to identify the height of that particular place. So that particular place name is not given. So it is given with a dot, a number. Understood? So that place has to be identified with the four-finger or 6. Got it? Now benchmark. These are the marks on buildings or other permanent structures. These marks are shown by letters BM along with the height. See, this is a mark given, identification mark. Given on permanent structures or buildings or like that. But what they used to do, BM will be written before BM 580. So what is that? Benchmark. Benchmark means that is the mark of that building. Identification mark, we are telling that, see, you have to find out a particular building. So it is called like, okay, Akshar. And just telling you the name. So benchmark is that Akshar is having a symbol. Understood? That is, they are the builders, they have a symbol. So that is the benchmark of them. The same way, on the map, it cannot be shown with that symbols. It will be shown with the help of BM or benchmark. Got it? Now, triangulated height. Triangulated height is symbolically shown with a triangle and a height. Triangle and a height. One more point is the relative height. See, in relation to this place, what is the height of this? As the base, what is the height of the other? That is what related to that. So what is the definition? In areas of steep slopes, the difference between maximum and minimum is represented by the letter R, small r. So sometimes 3R is given. What is that? R refer to relative height. Understood? So these are some of the important keys which are used in blended topography. Okay, in area systems law, the difference between maximum and minimum is represented by a letter R, which indicate relative height. Thus, if one finds 3R dot or dot 3R written on the topo sheet, this means that the concerned place is higher by 3 meters. Say dot 5R. So what is the meaning?
5.
That means the related height of that place is 5 meters. Understand? Related height of that place is 5 meters. So if I am writing 2R dot, both the ways. First also we can put the dot or last also we can put. So that means the relative height. This is clear. You can begin back. The last week, the next day, we will see what is to do. Try to, the years for maybe having that topo, book.
Yes.
So try to solve as much as you can. The next class will be. Answer is little different from the general topics. That is climate you may study, that oil you may study, anything you may study, but if the tell one go, I will guess easily or then one go easy.